All right, it's no shocker that Minnesota has a big fraud problem. And right now, this is opening the door to Republicans to hopefully get inside a super blue state and hopefully dig their way in, just ripping the blue guts out of that awful state. Minnesota has been blue for 20 years. It's been 20 years since a Republican has ran the state of Minnesota. So this is one of the best times that Republicans have a real fighting chance of getting in there and making change. Because as you know, Minnesota has an insane fraudulent problem. Nick Shirley made a video exposing this and going to all these daycares and showing that there was no one there. There were no children at these daycares. They misspelled learning, all sorts of crazy stuff like this. And then for some reason, Democrats aren't able to just simply condemn fraud. I mean, you should be able to condemn fraud. It's really not that hard. But let's take a look at some of this. So one of the best ways to go over this is there's been multiple fraud scandals involving taxpayer-funded social programs. One of the biggest ones was Feeding Our Future, which was a nonprofit network that prosecutors said stole about $250 million from federally funded child nutrition program during COVID-19. Of course, it would happen during COVID-19, one of the most controversial years in American history. Its leader, Amy Bach, was sentenced in May to 41 years and 8 months in prison. More than 70 people were charged for the case. And before we go any further, I just want to let you guys know that we do have all the sources for all the information that we get in these videos in the description below, so you guys can fact check and look at the sources yourself. So for the fraud, prosecutors said organizations submitted fake meal counts and fraudulent paperwork claiming they were feeding enormous numbers of children, while much of the money was diverted elsewhere. So not only was it just fraud, but this was money extrapolated for specifically kids, and hungry kids at that. This was the money that was stolen and taken away from them. And it doesn't just stop at this one nonprofit. There are investigators that are continuing to find alleged fraud in the Medicaid, the housing, autism services, childcare, and other taxpayer programs just like that. But money being stolen from housing could explain some of the reason why the housing market is so jacked up in price right now. So the median sale price for a home in Minnesota is approximately $348,000 to $375,000. So money going towards housing could be affecting the house market on the whole. Along with Bach, there were another 15 separate charges alleging roughly $90 million in Medicaid and welfare programs. So you got to ask yourself, after 20 years of Democrats running office and rampant in Minnesota, how in the world were there safeguards to allow such extensive fraud and money laundering to happen in Minnesota? There's investigations still going on, but we can probably assume that there are tons of Democrats that are trying to sweep this under the rug, and who are 100% involved with this. So once again, I just want to reiterate, this is good news for Republicans to possibly get a seat in the state again. Obviously, something has got to change, and this is the perfect time to vote red for Minnesota. On top of that, if we vote red, we could probably get them to allow ICE to come enforce immigration. We could get illegal immigrants out of Minnesota. Wages will go down. More jobs will open up. And in return, that might help the housing market go down because there's less people, less illegal immigrants. Regardless if you're Democrat or Republican, though, I think we can all agree that fraud is bad. Fraud is bad no matter what side of the aisle you're on. And the fact that there seems to be a lot of controversy surrounding this, and there's a lot of Democrats that won't condemn this. There shouldn't be millions and millions of dollars that are supposed to be going towards hungry children, Medicaid, housing, this type of thing. So Minnesota needs to see a change, and whether it's a Democrat or a Republican, we need a reformation, and we need to fix this fraudulent activity going on. I would hope to see a Republican, but we'll just have to wait and see. Make sure to like and subscribe. We post every single day. Jesus Christ is King. Repent and believe in the gospel, everyone.